Earth, fire, air, water. Only the Avatar can master all four elements and bring balance to the world.
Hello and good morning. My name is Cody, also known as Just Two Eyes. I've played a lot of tabletop games. Like I've played HeroClix, I've played GURPS, I've played Pathfinder, I've played Rifts. I've played that other one that I can't remember where you mutate into like this big, hideous creature thing to end battle. It's weird, but I played a lot. And of course, RPGs being my favorite type of video games, I played a lot of those as well. So I'm nowhere near a competent or perfect DM, but I have a really good understanding of general RPG, how things work in a game ideal. I said this is going to be coherent, it is. And I've been watching a lot of tabletop games being played, like people on just Google Hangouts, people on YouTube like Critical Role, High Rollers, the Dungeons and Dragons channel. But the idea to create my own game came from Titan's Grave, a game created by Will Wheaton and his crew of amazing and talented people. He basically built that game from the ground up. I mean, yes, it is, I believe it still has some rules and some material from other type of games, like maybe Pathfinder, I believe, or just D&D in general. But he has his own set of rules, his own way the dice works, his own abilities and spells, and just a good overall way things work that's much different and its own unique thing. And I've always loved Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, and that world always intrigued me, and I decided to look into it. And yes, you can homebrew or modify a D&D world into the Avatar. Like you can play like the Avatar within the D&D world itself. And then I've seen that there are people who've taken the D&D rules and just created an Avatar world where, yeah, it's all like, you know, Avatar people, characters, places, building structures. It's just, it has D&D rules around it. But then I thought to myself, why not just build it from the ground up? Why not build it from my own understanding? Because even though I love all of the tabletop games I've played, there's been more time spent, and maybe it was the party I was with, maybe it was the DM at the time, but there's been more time spent talking about strategies for just one single battle, like 30 minutes of what ifs and possibilities for one battle, or we just genuinely argue about something ridiculous for 30 minutes, and we're only playing like we're only playing a 3-hour game, and we've already spent an hour in, you know, pieces arguing, coming up with strategies, looking through our long list of spells and abilities, even though we only really use one at a time. And that's always something that has really bugged me, something that has always really bothered me, is how bogged down in rules most of these games are, which is understandable, but at the same time I feel that it really holds a lot of people back because it's so set in stone and set in rules, and you can only do so much. It feels like it takes away from a lot of the improvisation, the fun. Like those people who are power gamers who want to maximize as much as they can to get as many skills and abilities as much as they can. So when they go into the fight, they could just, bam, I'm the hero, done, let's go home. All those people who are one-trick ponies who do have a good amount of skills and spells, but they only really use one, but they still sit there like, I could do this one, but I could do that one. You know what? I think I want to do the same thing I always do. Because there are those people who abuse the rules and people who feel restricted by the rules. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Sometimes it can roll very fluidly. Like in Titan's Grave and Critical Role, it is very much story based over combat. Like, and that really opened my eyes because the way I've usually played these games is that it feels like it's more combat heavy or search and find heavy. It wasn't really a story base. It wasn't much like we had this thing going on that was RPG based. I mean, I really felt as if I was role playing. It felt like I was just dice rolling, and that's it. Because in the world of Avatar and, you know, bending and such, like, it's not rules, it's not set in stone, it's not you have to bend a certain way, you have to do this and do that. It's very fluid, it's very situational. It's how you come up with your own ways to get out of that situation or defeat that situation. And without getting too much into it right now, because I will next video, is this is a world all close to our day and age, steampunk-ish, a world without the Avatar, like how benders being treated, how normal people without, how non-benders treating benders, and so on and so forth. But that'll be that. So if you like what I'm doing, you want to see what else I'm doing, like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think, because I'm always interested to know. So yeah, don't get in my way. Hey, hey.